Hi everyone, my name's Linda and I'm the scrapbooking photographer. Thank you for dropping by today. If it's your first time here, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. It is for the Iron Crafter Challenge. Now the Iron Crafter Challenge is a monthly hop which encourages us to use things out of our stash that we don't always incorporate into our layouts. The hop is run by Tara O'Rourke from the Peace Craft Love Clubhouse. The mystery item this month is brads, buttons or eyelets. If you have been watching any of my other videos, you may have noticed that I did one earlier in the month for the paper crafting YouTubers, which was about a school out. And for that page, I completed a layout about assistance dogs and a ranger who graduated from the assistance dog training college. Now, as it happened, I used a brad on here, and these are the only brads that I have. So I thought, well, today I will do a companion page to go with that for a couple of the other dogs who graduated on the same day. So it's going to be a fairly quick and easy layout. And these are the only brads I have in the house. So I'm going to just take out the silver ones. And if you look closely at them, they have a little bone shape on them, so very appropriate for doggy pages. So I'll use those up and keep the brassy ones for another day. So coming back to Ranger, he was one dog that graduated. The other dogs on the same day were Fonzie, and I've got two photos of Fonzie. He looked kind of funny with the little hat, or the hat looked little on his head, and also Bindi, who was a beautiful girl. So to carry on this page, because it's going to be a companion page, when I did this page, the red was really only there because of the red in Ranger's scarf. So normally assistance dogs are only blues, so I'm going to try and stick with just blues on this page, but I'm going to carry on with the stars across here just so that it kind of links it that way. I don't have a lot of this paper left, but I have a wide piece and a narrow piece, and I'm not sure yet which one I'm going to go with. So before we use those, I'll just lay out the pictures. Now it's quite a good layout with using both portrait and landscape orientated images. So with the dog looking in this way, I really want to put her on the right hand side so she's got room to look into the page. If I put her there, she'd be looking at Ranger, but over here she's looking further out that way. And I'm just going to alternate them that way. I have a set of die cuts from close to my heart that I've had for quite some time, which to me look a little bit like dog tags. So I'm going to use these to put the dog's names and just use them in the corners of the photos like that to just fill in some of that negative space that's been left there on both sides. So I'm going to trim a couple of those with the Cuttlebug in a sapphire colour. So something like that. Here's the other one coming out of there. So because things look quite good grouped together, I'm going to do a couple of different sizes of these dog taggy looking things. So in the grad stamp set, we've got the congratulations, which I'm going to use in here, and I've also got this little star, which I thought would look quite cool on these little white dog tags that I'm going to put on the top of that. So I'm going to stamp those right now. So I'll put that to one side and turn this over. Put this on my little stamp. And because we're sticking with the blue theme, I'll stamp it in sapphire. So from this piece of paper, which matches the other side, I've just taken out the strips in the middle rather than using the red, just to give us a little bit of a alternative pattern. I'm just going to trim up the middle and make them into little pennants. And then my thinking is that we can put these together with the brads, with the name on here. So to write the names on here, I'm going to use a white gel pen. I'm just going to write freehand and hope that it comes out all right. So we've got Bindi and we've got Fonzie. And then if we put these together, make a little hole with my piercing tool through the middle of here, and then attach, layer these up a little bit. And then the same with the other one. So I'll just bring this up close so that you can see. And now, because these brads obviously have a little bit of a mechanism at the back of them, we'll have to put those on with some foam tape. The beauty of the brads is that you can use them to just move things around until you've got them in the right place. Right. Now I think I'm going to mount these two photos. And I've given them a good 1/4 of an inch all the way around. So measured the mounts to be 4.5 by 6.5, and that gives us a 1/4 of an inch all the way around on those photos. Now, and come back to the decision of narrow behind or wide behind. And I think it's pretty clear we're going to go wide. So I think I would like to trim this down so that there's a similar line of stars around the outside of this one. So I'm going to come in and trim 2 lines of these stars off. Okay, so up the top here we're going to use our congratulations. Now this has been made to go on a curved stamp to fit into the die cut that came with the set, but we're going to straighten it out onto a straight stamp. My favourite stamp. It's just going to act as a bit of a base for this one up the top. I'm just going to put a second one up the other side of that. Try and get it the opposite way. Okay, let's put the third one in here It'll give us a nice balance of 3. So that's the basic layout. I think now I'm just going to stick everything down. Pop this one down. Always like to stick one thing down before I take everything off so that I've got a base for my lining up. And then I'll stick everything else down and come back when I'm ready to put those on. Okay, so that's all stuck. Now to get these down, I'm going to just put a little piece of foam tape across the top. And the bottom of the tag, and then a little bit on the bottom of there. I'm going to leave this one running free so that we can move him around as we want to. Oops, get the names right. And the same with the other one. Okay, so I've just popped a little bit of journaling in there. So this is a very basic layout using both portrait photos and landscape orientation photos. The brads have added a little bit extra by grouping the dog tags and the wee flags together. So nothing particularly clever, but I think quite effective. And then if we bring back to look at it with the one we did for Ranger, it's pretty obvious that there is something missing that I need to add, and that is some more gems. Have some left over. Some of them are quite big, so I'll just pop a couple around the bottom here, and then I'll put one up the top of it there. Okay, so it just kind of blends it in with the other page a little bit more, and those two can go in my assistant's dog's album. Thank you for watching today. I hope that has given you some ideas. I don't use these very often, so it's funny that I've used them twice in the 1 month, and having to use them today actually motivated me to get this companion page done. So simple it might be, but effective. Thanks very much. Don't forget to watch all the other creatives and see what they've come up with to do with their brads. I'm sure there'll be some interesting ideas. Cheers. Bye.